Hey everyone, Eugene here, back again, this time with a video, and we're going to be unboxing some more of Cartier's Oud collection. I know in my last video I got a comment from somebody who wasn't too pleased about the length of the video and made a complaint, and you know, my response is not to be rude or ignorant or anything. If you don't like it, you know, you're not forced to watch, and this is free content, and I don't know what else to say. If it takes me a certain amount of time to get my point across, it is what it is. But let's talk about Oud. I'm not, you know, the Oud guy, and just simply because I think it's from a lack of you know, trying everything that's out there. I'm only able to try things that are available and accessible to me. And for the most part, I really feel like Western style Oud is, first of all, it's not my thing because I don't like the woody, synthetic, ambery, chemical aromas that come off of some of these, you know, smelling, you know, memos or Cognac with a Parma Ouds. It's just not my thing, really. And you know, they smell like chemical to me, and I don't like that. And when the first time I had smelled these Cartier Ouds, they literally blew my mind because they actually smell, real or not, they smell natural. I don't smell or I don't pick up chemicals or anything of that sort. So, you know, they really stood out to me, and something that I kind of admired for a long time. But these things, I've got some Ouds here that I really want to share with you. They're so hard to find. I mean, it took me literally a month to get these in, and I even prepaid for them. And you know, I went to the Cartier. They have two Cartier boutiques here in Toronto. They have multiple outlets where they have a Cartier counter inside a big name brand department stores. None of them had them, not even the Cartier boutiques. So I had to really harass my Cartier rep to get these in, and I prepaid. Firstly, for Oud Santal and Oud, I think it's Radio. She pronounces it Radu, but to me it looks like Radio. Not really sure, not that it matters anyway. And yeah, you know, after a month, they're finally here. Actually, I've been harassing her for 2 months, and she said she would get them in. And then she finally asked me to prepay for them, and they were ordered from New York, and it just literally got here. But so these are from Cartier, from master perfumer Mathilde Laurent. God bless her soul. I love everything that she's doing for our world of perfume. You know, really not taking any kind of shortcuts, not giving us anything of that mass appealing, mass constructed things like Sauvage and Dylan Blue, and like even in their designer line, they're doing things that nobody else is anymore. And I really appreciate all her work. I'm just going to quickly share with you some of the things that I've picked up from Cartier. I don't have a whole lot from the Cartier brand, but here's L'Envol in this crazy ass looking bottle. I love this thing. You know, I was going to call it weird, but it's not really weird. It's really, you know, it's a work of art. They say they took about 2,000 drawings or sketches to actually get what they were looking for. And L'Envol is to take flight. And what they did here is they have this canister inside of this dome, and they never wanted the canister to touch the ground. They kind of like to balance in the air at all times. So it never touches the ground. It's always sitting, the bottle is sitting on this rim here, and the canister is inside protected by this dome. Anyway, a great honeyed, musky Gaiac wood accord. Totally stands out, totally unique, totally, I almost want to call this daring. Okay, it's not as daring as Angel Men or Fahrenheit or even Cartier's own Declaration, but it is, there's nothing else out there like this right now that perfumers are creating or releasing. Everything is just so mainstream and boring and smells so much alike. But I know a couple of people have been asking about the Heures, the Parfum collection, the Cartier collection. Where's my little booklet? I had a little booklet here I wanted to share with you guys. I'm not sure where that went, but so I have picked up a couple of these. So this is Cartier's exclusive collection, and I've got Defendue. That's, I don't know, is that number 7? They're all kind of numbered, you know, after the numbers on the clock. Laurent called them interpretations of time or inspirations of time or moments in time or something like that. So here's Treizieme. This is a beautiful, smoky, salty leather accord. I think it's won 2 awards. One was a Fifi, or 2 Fifis, I'm not quite sure. Absolutely gorgeous. Love, love, love this smoky leather accord. Here is L'Oud, I think it's pronounced Fougueuse. Fougueuse? So it's a Fougere. I haven't worn this one yet. I kind of picked this up when it was really, really hot. And I'm just kind of waiting for the heat to go away and I can wear it for the fall. But I think this got high praise from Luca Turin. Don't quote me on this, but for some reason I think he gave this 5 stars, along with Purdue from the same collection, which I've never smelled yet. These are really hard to come by, and I haven't smelt them all. The place where I do pick these up have only got a few of them. And these are actually eau de toilettes. Interesting. Okay, this one is, Treizieme is an eau de parfum, and Defendue, which is a patchouli accord. So it's patchouli and chocolate cake, L'Oud Defendue. This is number 7, isn't eau de parfum. And these bottles are all 75 ml, shaped exactly like the Ouds, but the Ouds got this smoky gold finish to them. Oh, here's one more. Here's the packaging for these L'Oud de Parfum. It's kind of got this sleeve to it. And this is number 1. This is Promise, which is a iris-based perfume. So this is all iris, like all iris. If you're in love with iris, I really highly recommend this. If you love Chanel's 28 La Pausa, but you're looking for more performance, longer longevity, you know, more projection, I would check this out. Promise. Excellent iris-based perfume. I wear that kind of when it's like rainy and dark and gray and dreary outside. I love iris for that weather. Okay, so sales assistant hooked me up. Oh, something shaky in there. I was supposed to get Oud Radio. It never came in for whatever reason, so she did give me 4 of these. These are 3.5 ml samples, so she gave me 3 of these, which is great. And you know what? After sampling Oud Radio, I'm not really sure what I'm feeling about it. I'm kind of glad that it didn't come in, because as of right now, it's probably my least favorite from the collection, just because it's just really fresh. And I don't get much oud from it. It's more, it's fresh, it's bergamot, it's citrusy, it's spicy, there's that ginger, there's Szechuan pepper. I want to guess there's vetiver in there too, and Cartier's really vague with their note pyramids. They don't say a whole lot, like, you know, for Oud and Oud, they just list Oud as a note. Oud and Rose, you know, that's the only 2 notes that they list. So you kind of have to go in there and really study these and see what you pick up for yourself. So Oud Radio, I think the only note they really list is ginger and oud. And to be honest, I'm still struggling to find this oud note. It's not dirty or skanky or, you know, I'm afraid to even say it's woody, but I'm gonna give it another shot before I pick it up. So here is Oud Absolu. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Like I said, my camera's really not very cooperative. And what really stands out about Oud Absolu is the concentration. Oud Absolu. So the concentration, all of these are Parfum concentration. This one here says Parfum Absolu. And I have no idea what that means. Like here in the Western world, I know these are all inspired by the Middle East. And here in the Western world, we have, you know, aftershave, eau de cologne, eau de toilette, eau de parfum, parfum. And after that, I'm not really sure. But, you know, here I have Parfum Absolu. And I'm wondering if this is what the Middle Easterners consider an attar, which is probably 50% perfume concentration. So these kind of, they don't have a cello, but they do have a sticker on both sides of here. And I've never worn this Oud Absolu, but I can tell you, you know, I've sprayed it on my skin once in the middle of testing several dozen fragrances, and this is by far the strongest of their oud collection. It's like I can have all 5 of their ouds on me, and then I spray this one and it totally drowns all the others out. And this is the one that comes in a different size. This only comes in one size and it's different than all the others. This is a 45 ml bottle. Let's see if you guys can. I wanna Oud Absolu. Yeah, no, my camera's not gonna cooperate, so it's just, you know, it's different. The gold is different. It's got some black at the base. Let me spray some on. Oh, really? It's smooth. All of these are really crafted beautifully. It's smooth and resinous and smoky and scratchy. I want to say there's a lot of patchouli in here. I definitely pick up patchouli. Just gorgeous. It completely fills the room. Very scratchy is what stands out to me. Okay, and here's the one that I was looking most forward to. Oud and Santal. And this is, this one is also very strong. Oud and Santal, to me, I actually get a lot of plum from this, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous plum. And it's more, I want to say, less the fruity version, but more plum wood, if that makes any sense. Okay, here we go. Hope you guys can see that, because if you can, it's a really shame. These bottles are gorgeous, and the bottles themselves are inspired from a gift that Mathilde Laurent got from a Middle Eastern client, and I'm guessing it was an oud based perfume inside of a gorgeous bottle. So there's Oud Santal. I'm going to spray a little bit of this on. It doesn't, you know, you don't need a whole lot of this stuff. Parfum. So the concentration is Parfum. Batch code 6LAB, 75 ml. And here we have just kind of a little pamphlet. I'll read out the information to you. Float away on a distant voyage. swept up in the mysterious wake of scents to a place where the profound meaning of the journey itself is revealed. Olfactory ambassadors of what lies beyond, les Heures Voyageuses are a tribute to faraway cultures, crossing borders and blending influences. Cartier perpetuates the spirit of wanderlust that characterized the widely traveled Cartier brothers with a new stopover in the East, the cradle of perfumery, to pay tribute to the most exceptional and legendary ingredient, oud. I know Mathilde Laurent's a huge fan of oud, and you know, when she got the opportunity to create an oud-based perfume, she jumped on that. She knew it was jumping on the bandwagon, but she really wanted to give her interpretation of a Middle Eastern oud. And you know, just like last time, I gotta say, I shouldn't even be showing this. I was asked not to show this, but I'm probably gonna make this video unlisted. My sales assistant, who I've become very friendly with in a very professional way, I'm gonna say, gifted me a tester of Oud and Rose. And there was a time when I said, I'm gonna pass on the Oud and Rose just because I've got so many Oud and Roses, but that was before I had actually worn this. And I gotta say, it is just as gorgeous. And what I get from this is a very pissy rose perfume. I want to say this is of the chypre genre because I do pick up, it is quite sharp and mossy and pissy. It's very smooth, and it's got, I want to say, as far as oud goes, it's probably got less oud than Oud and Musk, and Oud Absolu. Probably about the same as Oud Santal. So no cap. I think I've got an extra cap here. She gave me a cap because she knew the tester didn't come with a cap. Anyway, I don't know what else I can show you guys. That's been kind of, oh, here's the cap right here. Oh, that one fell apart. I'm gonna ask her for another one. I can be a little bit selfish. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of my my Cartier exclusives and my ouds. Like I said, I'm not crazy about ouds, especially Western synthetic, chemical smelling stuff. So, you know, that's not to say that I'm not going to search out higher quality ouds. I've kind of really been interested in some of the Xerjoff ouds lately. I remember smelling them once before, just in passing, again at a time where I smelled probably 100 other fragrances, and their animalic, poopy ouds really stuck out, you know, in my mind. I remember smelling how smooth and well crafted they were, and now I kind of want to go back there and you know, not exclude oud and be biased towards something that I've never smelled. Like, I know I don't like Western designer synthetic ouds. It's just not my thing. I even called it once like the dog food of all perfume notes, and I still kind of stand behind that. But if something is high quality, very well calibrated, I want to smell it and I'm going to be all over it. So I'm definitely not going to give up on high quality ouds. And if you've got a recommendation for me, please, I'd love to know. Maybe drop a comment. Anyway, Cartier ouds, if you've smelt them, if you're familiar with them, let us know what you think. And you know, yeah, they're a little bit pricey, but you know, you get what you pay for. It is very high quality. They are very well blended. You know, they're exceptionally made. Some of my favorites, actually, I think of all the designer exclusive ouds, this is some of the best. I'm a huge fan of Courtillon's ouds, MFK oud. Not so much satin mood and silk mood, but I do love his cashmere and velvet. And I think this collection does top MFK's. I'm not really sure what else from Western is up there. You know, I'm not a fan of the memo stuff or just that kind of second rate, second tier lines, but I would even place this. I think it's a little bit better than Thierry Wasser's Songe d'un Bois d'été, which I love dearly, but